The majority of successful traders that you see, the big guys, they will not tell you the truth. But the truth is, at one point they said, you know what, enough is enough. I cannot continue like this. There are stories. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's up, everybody? What's up, happy people? This is BGFX Legend. And today I'm back with an interesting topic with yet another video, and I'm here to tell you that you are going to love it. So please make sure that you stay until the end of the video, as I'm going to share things that are going to change the way you see the markets and also see profits. Flipping accounts. Why do I love flipping accounts? So I think as a trader, we all know that trading is a risky business from the start, and you ought to apply proper risk management. You ought to have systems in place, otherwise you will lose all your capital. But let's talk about it for a moment. The majority of traders are trading with small accounts, $20, $10, $30, $100, especially in Africa, where we come from. People are struggling to fund their accounts. And I speak to a lot of traders across the world, and it's always the issue of capital. Either somebody does not have the skill set, and if they do have the skill set, then the limiting factor usually is trading capital. So how do you move? How do you transition from being a broke trader to being a successful trader who's actually withdrawing consistently? So I know what I'm about to say might be a bit controversial, but you know what? I do not care, as long as I'm sharing my opinion. All of us do have our opinions, and they are valid, right? So I believe what I'm about to share is also valid. So why do I love flipping accounts? First and foremost, I hate being broke. I hate showing up on my trading charts and I'm trading a $50 account. I place a trade and I get to hold or wait for 3 hours, 4 hours, or sometimes 2 days just to make $5 or $10. I hate that, right? When you look at the proper risk management that we always speak about, there is a very big gap between a big account and a small account. If you do have a big account, I think it makes sense to be protecting that account. Let's say you have a $10,000, $20,000, $5,000 or $100,000. It makes sense to be protecting that account. It makes sense to be trading with 0.5%. It makes sense to be risking 1%, 2% or less, or 0.3%. It makes sense because that 1% of $100,000 account is actually $1,000 US, and depending on your risk to reward ratio, you can actually make more in a trade. Now think about it. If you are to risk 1% on $100 account, yes, you will not blow that account. We all understand that, but the truth is, if you are to consistently be risking 1%, that account, that money is not going to grow. That is just the truth. And I know when you hear this, it's coming as a surprise, or it's answering the question that you have been asking yourself. How come I'm risking 1%, 2% on a smaller account, but I'm not going anywhere? Because this is why the majority of traders are frustrated. They are in a frustration zone. They have the skill, they know how to trade, they know how to analyze the market, they know how to break down the markets, but when it comes to the money side, they have nothing to show for it. Why? Because when you do all that hard work, when you risk whatever you risk, you're risking $3 to make $9. I know for some people it might be lunch money, it makes sense, but as a grown-up individual who has got dreams and aspirations, who wants to purchase properties, who wants to buy cars, who wants to change the lives of people around you, that money is not going to be enough. This is why you see people quitting, giving up. Why? Because 1%, 0.5 on $100 or a small account, it does not make sense. It does not make sense for me. But now think about it this way. So this is what I do. If the money is so small, for me, it does not make sense to keep it. If it is a $50 that I have, it does not make sense for me to keep that money trying to protect a $50. Remember, Maybe for some people in other countries it's a lot of money, but from where I come from, $50, man, it's nothing. Yes, you can buy food, but that's the only thing you can actually do with the money. But it does not make sense for you to be trying to protect the money that you don't have in the first place. So this is why you guys always see at my academy, right? We try and teach you the right way of trading, of protecting large sums of money. Let's say if you have a big account, you can be able to protect that. We'll teach you proper risk management. But I'll also tell you the truth. The majority of successful traders that you see, the big guys, they will not tell you the truth. But the truth is, at one point they said, you know what, enough is enough. I cannot continue like this. There are stories. Personally, I've heard stories of people who have traded a small account, $50, try to pump it a little bit, make $500, $1,000, and then at 1,000, then they'll say, you know what, I'm going all in. Either I lose or I not. Remember, they had $50 in the first place. Then the story will change. They'll make like $10,000, or they'll blow the account. But think about it. When you make it, things will turn. Now, when you have $10,000, then we can now start talking about risk management. Why do you want to risk? Okay, let's try to get some sense out of this. It's called risk management, right? If you have a $50 or $100, what are you trying to manage? Where is the risk? Because the money that you have is already a risk, because it's nothing. It's nothing. So what I do is I teach people, if you want to flip accounts, this is how you do it. So how you do it, how you go about it is this. You must have, number one, your level of trading skill must be sharp for you to flip accounts. It has to be sharp. Secondly, you must have a strategy that has got small or little to minimum drawdown when you enter into a trade. You don't want to have a bigger stop loss. You don't want to have a trade that will go the other way before the market moves in your direction, right? Then thirdly, you must have what we call A setups, or the best setups. You do not flip accounts using setups that you're like, I think this might work, or I think this might work. No, you actually need to have the best setup. Once you have the best setup with a small stop loss and also a bigger risk to reward ratio, then what you're going to do is, let's say you have a $100 account, you can risk $20 of that account, right? Meaning to say that you only blow that account after trading 5 times. So $20, you get into your position. If the market happens to give you like a 1:5, like the trades that I normally get, a minimum of 1:5, if the market is moving in my direction, you are going to make another $100. Now you have what? $200. Right? Not to say that you are not going to take losses. Yes, you might take losses. Now that you have $200, you might continue risking $20 until maybe you get to 500. Then you can increase to maybe $30 or $40. Guys, all the big guys you see today who have made it, I'm not talking about those who have the skill set. There's a difference between a successful trader and a trader. There's a difference between those who are consistently profitable and those who are market analysts. If you want to move from being just a person who is able to analyze the market with nothing to show for it, then trust me, you ought to think about it this way. The other way of doing it, let's say you have a big account and you want to be flipping accounts. So let's say you have a big account like $100,000 and you risk 1% as you are protecting it. That means the 1% is what? The 1% is $1,000. So how you flip your accounts is that you are going to withdraw the 1,000 and put it in a different trading account, and then you are going to be pumping. Remember, it's still within the 1% that you were going to trade in the first place. So if you do not have the level of skill set, please do not do it. If you do not have the right skill, do not do it. So I've seen personally over the years, I've traded multiple accounts, and this is why you have seen some of these screenshots being shared on our Instagram. It's a skill set that I'm trying to extend to other people, and I've seen the lives of people around me changing. I've seen the lives of traders changing. So guys, if you want to hear more, if you want to learn more, please click the links in the description, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that each and every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. And also follow us on our Instagram, where I do post on a daily basis. So ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best of luck. Please leave a comment so that I hear your mind. a piece.